Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to show you how to create thousands of stickers. That's not an exaggeration. Thousands of stickers with Leonardo AI. The reason why I'm doing this is because I was just playing around testing some things with the Prompt Magic version 3. As you guys know, I made a video on that when it came out, and I've been really enjoying it, and I've been getting some better generations, and I've been using them for my different print on demand designs. You guys know I have different websites and things, so I've been grinding. I'm working hard, pushing. And there was something that I discovered. As you could see, these different I guess you could say image generations with a lot of different stickers. Now obviously you could see here not all of them came out perfect, but I figured out a way that's pretty simple and pretty basic to create many in one instance or one generation. This could do a few things. It could first save you some coins, right? Some tokens on Leonardo AI, but more importantly, it'll also generate a bunch of different crazy stuff for you. So I'm going to show you not only how to generate it, which is the easy part, and also how to edit it. So pretty simple, pretty basic, and it's going to be pretty cool. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing you could do here is let's just go ahead and take a look at some of these images. You can kind of see how they look. So this image, I mean, it's got different fox/dog looking creatures, and they're pretty good. I think there's like a really strong fascination with stickers in the print on demand community. I could definitely understand why. But for me personally, when I look to create art, I want to try to get the most profit I can. Speaking of profit, I think one of the things that help you generate profit are variation. So you could see here, like this style here, there's a little bit, like the images are a little bit larger, okay? And it just has a certain style to it. You could see this here has a little bit different of a style. So it depends on what you want. I'm going to show you how to create them, like I said, and I'm going to show you how to make like little variations to it, and then finally edit it so you can actually extract the stickers from the platform here. All right, so let's go ahead and click on any one of these and just remix it so I can show you what I'm doing. Don't mind my past generations; these are no big deal. But here, I'll tell you all the different things we're doing. So first we have Prompt Magic V3, which is in beta. We have Prompt Magic turned on, of course. Right now it's at a 0.55% strength. We can test in this video different strengths. We'll see if it comes out better. I haven't tested higher or lower for the stickers. It just left it at 0.55. We have Alchemy turned on. So Alchemy is turned on. That's very important. We have contrast, and high resolution, by the way, is turned off. We have contrast boost at 0.5. We have resonance at 14. And of course, our sizing is 512 by 768. And that's what it comes down to. There's really no other settings that we need to focus on here. Now, as for our fine-tune model, we're using the Dream Shaper V7 fine-tune model. And we have here our prompt. Now, our prompt is going to be used in the dynamic format of our Prompt Magic. And our prompt, of course, is, like I said, I've been testing things. So the first one is many kawaii cute animals vector stickers with an S. You have to add the word stickers to it. And we're going to go ahead and generate this. This is going to be 16 coins or tokens for 2 generations. So that's 8 for each one. And let's see what it comes out with. We can test different keywords. I've been testing different ones, hence why you saw certain designs that look a little bit different than each other, and we're going to test them. So give it a few seconds. It takes about 17 seconds on my end to produce, and you can see some of them are actually really good. Like this one is really good. These are all really good. I think out of all of these, my favorite one is probably this one, but not 100% sure. But like I said, they're all really good. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Now, some people will upscale right away. Before you upscale, test this method. This is why I want to show you guys how to edit it. First thing is download them, okay? So I'm going to show you what to do, but just download them, and we'll get back to them in a second. If you want to switch up things, you want to have characteristics, you can switch the word many to something else. Like, so if you want, let's say, watercolor, right? So this is the type of style that I had earlier. Watercolor, kawaii cute animals, vector stickers. We hit generate. By the way, there's no commas here, in the prompt. And once again, it's set at dynamic. Dynamic is actually pretty useful from what I'm seeing with Prompt Magic version 3. Very, very powerful. So we're going to get into things here, and there you go. So it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more effective. I think you can use these kind of pieces for things like, ebooks, if that's what you're into, for KDP. You can also use it for merch potentially, depending on the item. I think it would really look good in a duvet cover. You create a bunch of these, you fit them properly, do some editing, and it will kind of work really, really well. Things like that. So, these work decently well. Now, these are not necessarily so much stickers as were the last ones, right? But they could still be used for the same process. I mean, if you separated each one, right, and went to Redbubble and uploaded each one individually as a sticker, you could make that happen. You could also upload it as a sticker pack on Redbubble, which maybe we'll do some videos in the future about that. But let me show you now how to edit these actual designs and how to work with them here. So let's go ahead and download this one, for example, along with our other two. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Luminar Neo. Yes, Luminar Neo. And I'll leave a link in the description where you guys can get access to Luminar Neo at the cheapest cost currently. I'm always on the lookout for different websites that offer it at a cheap cost, but a lot of these different websites are retailers of the original software, and they're allowed to, they're licensed, they're supported, everything like that, but they all have it in different prices. I've seen some websites sell it really cheap, right, which is where I get it from, and then I've seen other websites charge a lot of money. So it just depends where you get it from, and I'll leave a link in the description to the current cheapest place where you can get it. If it gets updated, then I'll go ahead and update it, but I'm always on the lookout. So anyways, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to upload these. Now notice, these are actually really small, right? I never upscaled them. So this one is 768 by 1152 pixels. So I can take this, right? I'm going to have to drag one at a time. So let's select this one, for example, here. Let's unselect all of them. Let's open this, for example. Let's drag this here into, why does it keep selecting the three? It keeps, deselect. There we go. And I'll just drag and drop this one here, and I'll upscale it by 4x. So what I'm doing here is I literally just upscaled this 4 times over. So now this is 4,608 pixels in height, which is pretty cool. So now it's upscaled, right? I can do a lot of things here. First thing I could do is, first of all, I can export it. So I would probably honestly just, let me upscale this one more time so it's at 8, maybe 9,000 pixels in height, just for the graphic purposes of it. But when I upscale this, I can now work with it a little bit easier. Now, there's a few ways to do this, and I'll show them to you. There's different ways to handle it. One of my favorite reasons that I'm using Luminar Neo is that it has the built-in upscaler. So if you're using Leonardo AI, if you're using all these kind of different softwares, you don't have to necessarily always use the built-in upscaler, even though I do like to use it at times. It does make things easier, but this also, has a tremendous upscaler. So when the image is larger, just give it like a second to fully load, right? So let's go ahead and put this image as a target. So let's say I want to use this one. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to technically erase everything around it. And there's different ways, different strategies you can work on this. But I can go over here and also I would want to perfect certain things. So let's say we go to, let's just say, why not this? I would technically want to erase certain things like this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my erase function and just highlight everything that I don't want to see in the picture, right? So I'll go here, erase, and basically what it does is it's kind of like a smart erase function where it will do exactly what you just saw, right? It will get rid of it as if it was never there. So I could do the same thing here, right? And hit erase here, and it should have something like a white background. Now, you have to test these different ways that you erase. So I could go here. Let's hit erase. Let's try it one more time. Let's see what it does. And you could see kind of how it works. There's sometimes things you do need to improve with it. So if anything, right, it's a process as opposed to like a one straight shot. When you're doing things on Canva, when you're doing things on Redbubble, when you're doing things on all these platforms, it does take a little bit of editing. So you can see we kind of improved it. This is not where I want it to be. Let me go ahead and zoom out here and undo this. This is probably a little bit too big. What if I go to the smaller one? Will it be faster when I erase? Let's try it here. So let's go to edit. This one is half the size of the other. So let's erase all of this right here. Let me go ahead and zoom out. And like I said, I'm still, even though I've been using this for a number of months now, maybe like 4 or 5 months, I'm still getting better at it day by day. And there you go. You could see that kind of improved a little bit. So with something like this, what I would do is I can go over here and I could, once I finish fixing everything, I would go through photo by photo, piece by piece, and fix everything I want to fix, right? Then what I would do is export it. So this one, let's just say is at 4,000 pixels. I'm going to go over here, hit disk, and then export it. I'll just call it sticker, let's see, sticker bear, right? Something like that. And let's hit export. I don't know what you would call these animals. Maybe they're, I mean, I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, they're exported. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head over to Canva. So let me pause my screen. Let me get there and let me upload this real quick. All right, guys. So I'm in Canva. Just uploaded it real quick. Let me just go ahead and delete everything that I have here. And let me use this as the actual image. Let's get rid of this stuff here. Just bear with me for a second. Let's go ahead and enlarge this. And let's see here. Let's enlarge it. All right. So what you want to do is you want to take this and copy it over maybe like 10 times, 12 times, something like that. And then what you want to do here is we're going to take an image like this, and then if we can, just slowly create a border, right? When you double click the image in Canva, create a border for it and try to fit that border around the actual image. Okay, try as best as you can to do that. And so like now I have an image. So this is copied over like God knows how many times. Like you could see how many times I did it. And I could do this again. So I'll double click the image, and let's go for something like this one, right? Let's go for the middle one here, this orange guy. And I'll take this. Doesn't have to be perfect, by the way. I'll take it and I'll move kind of like this, right? And this is if we're going to segment the image. And so I have this one, for example, and I have this one, right? I'm going to take this, get rid of these, and then what I need to do is I need to remove the background. So I'm going to go here, edit BG, background BG remover. Now, the BG remover is automatically going to make mistakes because the background is already white. But what I want to do is I want to really access the erase function. And if this is going to be the bear that I'm selecting, let's say that one, I'm just going to increase my brush size, and I'm just going to get rid of everything that I'm potentially not using, right? So let me go ahead and do that. It takes a little bit of time, especially when you have this many images. But then again, if you're low on tokens with Leonardo AI, this might help you drastically because you can, kind of get more bang for your buck with your tokens there. And if you guys aren't using Leonardo AI, I will leave a link in the description to Fantasy Labs. We're actually updating it every month. Like I told you, we're adding more content to it. And the more content we add, the more you guys are going to get access to on a monthly basis. And we update it every 28th. So, updates are gradual. So that's a perfect example of an image. And I could do the exact same thing here just for, tutorial's sake. Let's just hit BG remover. Let's select here the BG, and then we do the same thing. Now, the BG is already removed, so Canva kind of memorizes how it was removed, and that makes it so much easier. So we can keep copying over the image, and all we have to do is kind of like manually just erase everything we don't want to see, right? So I can go like this, and let's just say I want to keep this blue colored guy right here, right? You can kind of see here with the flowers and everything, and go back, and we have him here. It will take a second to appear. I'm not sure why it moved to this, but I could always go back and kind of update this, but you get the point, right? So that's kind of how it works. And this is now a transparent image, right? So now what I could do, let's just say I wanted these two guys together in a photo. If I did want to, I might not. I could duplicate this as well. Let's go ahead and duplicate this. I can get rid of one of these, keep this here, right? And that's just kind of like working with speed. Of course, there's some work to it, right? But when I download, I can download in a transparent format. And this is where I could then upload it to something like a Redbubble or something like that. Now, once again, guys, I've said this before, but if your focus is just to make money off of a sticker, of course you can put the image on, many different products on a Redbubble, TeePublic, Zazzle, whatever the case may be. But if you're specifically trying to, hone in on the stickers, you got to think from a profit margin perspective. And also you got to look at the tier system, right? Because the new tier system, you're going to have to pay more fees. So for me personally, it's not worth it for me to go after a sticker and keep that the goal. I know some of you guys may. I totally understand why people love the idea of stickers. But once again, not kind of the concept that I look for from a print-on-demand perspective. I'm always looking at how do I take these elements, how do I include it into a bigger, better design that will probably win against competition, and that's specifically on websites that I'm targeting for advertising. When I pay for advertising, I'm making more money off those websites. That's just more, that's a more logical approach. As for Redbubble, print on demand, things like that, I'm always focusing on speed, right? So that's kind of the key difference. So if I have these elements laying around and it just so happens that I could use them for Redbubble, fine. But this is not something that I would focus on doing specifically for like a platform that I don't own, because on the platforms that I do not own, I'm focusing on speed, hyper-focused on speed. Hence why we created the POD design course, right? For those who have no idea what I'm talking about, if you go to autopilotpassiveincome.com, POD design course, this was actually recently updated. We have a ton of content out on here, over 30 plus, I think 40 plus videos now since the update. But I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. But basically, this focuses on creation and speed. So with marketplace platforms, you want to focus on competing with the group, like having your designs good enough to compete. I call them buyable designs. Are your designs buyable? Are they good enough to be purchased? Based on that, you then focus on speed, entirely speed. If it's a website, if it's your own private website, you really don't need to focus on speed, and quantity is okay to focus on. It's not the end-all be-all, but quality is much more important, because now your income is on the line. You're paying for ads. You're focused on each visitor is much more valuable now at this point. And because it's on your own website, obviously. So you're going to have to optimize for that. So every business is a little bit different, of course. You guys have a new skill, a new tactic, new, I guess you could say, tool in your tool belt here with this video. Now, in one of my next videos, I think I'm going to show you how to create one of these borders around the image. It's actually really, really simple to make it look kind of like a sticker style. If you want to see that, let me know in the comments down below. I'll talk to you guys soon, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you soon, all right? Peace out, bye.